AI logos are God's latest punishment to our sinful eyes. They're a relatively new phenomenon, but already you see them on wrapped trucks, on TikTok ads, on billboards, on vans. They're everywhere. You got AI websites, you got AI answering services, you got AI CSR. These things are ruining everyone's lives, but even worse, they're hurting business. The good news is, never before has it been so easy for small businesses to stand out from the crowd by doing the unthinkable, by avoiding AI. Well, this video is my desperate plea to business owners, but it's also for the public in general. Because everyone knows someone who's all talking about AI all the time. Oh man, you see Sora AI? We are so cooked. I want to give you the tools to put that jabroni in his place, okay? Because that's annoying. But I'm not just going to be complaining the whole time. At the end of the video, I'll tell you about a hopeful future. A future I'm pretty sure will happen. And I'm also going to talk about how you can get ahead as a human in an increasingly inhuman world. The truth is, I'm not a doomer. I actually think AI is a pretty good development. It's just being used entirely wrong, and it bothers me, and I'm sure it bothers a lot of other people. Okay, real quick, who am I? Why would you listen to me? I'm Dalton Fisher, and I make videos for blue-collar companies around the country. I started doing this because I got sick of seeing companies post low-effort content on their social media and on their websites. That was years ago, but now I see companies making the exact same mistake with their branding. And even though I'm a video guy, the whole point in what I do is to make companies look good, so I think I have some standing here. Now let's get started. If I could sum up this video with one rule to live by, it's this. Artificial intelligence should never be customer-facing. That's it. It's as simple as that. No one cares if you're using AI to analyze your P&L statements or manage your inventory or route your trucks. Anything along those lines, no one cares. The problem arises when you use AI for anything customer-facing, and I have 3 points to demonstrate this to you. First point. Differentiation. In case you didn't already know, good branding is important. Hopefully you already know this. But what is the point of good branding? It's to stand out. It's to differentiate your business from your competitors. It has to be unique, and it has to show that your company is unique. There is no question about this. There's an old adage, it is not the best company that wins, it is the best known company that wins. You cannot blend into the background. Now think about how generative AI works. It pulls together thousands or hundreds of thousands of different inputs to give you an amalgamation that generally fits the prompt that you gave it. So what exactly does that mean? Well, it means AI is an aggregator. It is an average. By its nature, AI cannot produce anything original. By its very design, it will make you look like everyone else. You will not stand out from the crowd when you use AI for design. You just won't. For your logos, websites, ads, videos, anything. As time progresses, you will see more AI visual branding. So if you use AI for visual branding, you will stand out less and less over the years. Now, the flip side of this is it will be more valuable than ever to have outstanding human-generated branding, because you might just be the only one in your market who does. But it's not just design. Branding goes beyond just simple appearances. It touches every part of your company, including how you answer the phone. Have you thought about that? Which brings me to my second point. Point number 2. The personal touch. Small businesses are in a tough spot. No matter what industry you're in, home services, retail, even law, you're competing with some gigantic companies. You're never going to be able to compete with them on price. So what can you do? Well, you can offer something that the big guys can't. Call it better service, call it better experience, call it shopping local. It's the personal touch. You can give it, the big companies can't. You have the enormous advantage of being real. That is your value proposition that can beat the big guys. How does it feel when you call a company and a robot answers the phone? Do you feel valued as a customer? Do you feel cared about? Or do you feel like a number? Do you feel like just another entry in a CRM? You probably breathe a sigh of utter relief when you're connected to a real person, someone you can talk to, someone who can answer your questions, someone who can pick up on the nuance of what you're really asking and get you what you really need. You already know where I'm going with this. Do not hire AI answering services. I'm not talking about a short little directory. I'm talking about a full AI phone service. And I understand they're going to save you money in the short term, but you're going to turn people off to your company. Talking to a real CSR is part of your whole sales process. Making your customers feel heard and appreciated is a huge part of the value that you provide as a small company. The big guys can't do that easily. It's part of that infinitely valuable personal touch. In the next decade or so, I can pretty much guarantee you there's going to be a huge adoption of these AI answering services. And they'll probably be pretty good. I'm not saying they're bad. I just want you to understand that if everyone is using them and you're not, you're going to stand out. The value of actual human CSRs will go up not down. Because in 2026, our lives are full of faceless corporations of dubious moral standing who underhandedly steal our data and sell it off and take advantage of us. The truth is, the general public just doesn't trust big companies. Last year, Gallup found that 46% of Americans just do not trust big companies or trust them very little. And only 15% of Americans actually trusted big business. And let's contrast that with their poll on small businesses. 80% of Americans trusted small businesses. The numbers are clear. You just don't want to look like a big business. It's one thing when big tech corporations are slapping AI on everything. I understand that when I go to my insurance website, I might have to deal with an AI chatbot. It is what it is. I don't like it, but it's okay. But when you're a local company, it's egregious. You don't want to look like a big business. You want to differentiate yourself from the big faceless corporations as much as you possibly can. Doing otherwise is just lazy, which brings me to my third point. AI is a cut corner. Think about it from the perspective of a customer. If you're willing to cut corners on something as important as your logo, the face of your company, what else are you willing to cut corners on? Is it workmanship? Is it attention to detail? Is it materials? If you didn't care enough to get something as simple as your logo right, how can I trust you to get my job done right? It really just seems like you don't care about your company. Where's the pride? Where's the ownership? Good, trusted, successful companies are built on these things. Attention to detail is important. It's hard to quantify, yes, but it is important. When you're not even willing to go above and beyond how your own company presents itself, I know you're not willing to go above and beyond for me. To the customer, it really just seems like it's all about a quick and easy paycheck for you. I mean, AI is really good at getting you good enough as fast as possible, but good enough isn't great. These things matter, it's important, it's all part of the big game that we're playing in business. Automation is very great. It's very helpful, but there's certain things you just shouldn't automate. It's the people to people. It's the personal touch. It's why small businesses are so trusted. I want you to think about these things and not just take the easy route. So use AI for all your behind the scenes stuff. Very useful. I'm sure it's very efficient. You're going to save a lot of money, but think about how that looks to real people, because it's real people who buy from you. You may have noticed I've gone this whole video without even saying that AI does a bad job. It actually does a pretty okay job, and sometimes it does a great job. I'm not arguing about the function of AI, I'm concerned about the form of AI. It's the act itself of using AI that sends signals to your customers. And it's those signals that are the problem. It's not about what AI does, it's about what it represents. That doesn't mean you can't use AI to help come up with ideas for a logo, a framework for copy. It's really, really good for that, but it will never be a finished product. The money you save in the short term is never more than the money and trust that you lose in the long term. It's not a good trade. It's short-term thinking. In the future, customer-facing AI will be seen as a red flag for low quality. It's so easy to use that scammers and really companies are going to be using it left and right. Use the AI folly to your advantage. Differentiate yourself from it. Don't fall for the hype. FOMO is for the weak. Small businesses should double down on their biggest advantage, being a small business. Hey, listen, if that video was helpful for you, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. If the knowledge was useful, if you just liked the cool shots we got for this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong. I want to know all these things, and it helps the channel. We got some other stuff you can watch here, and you could hire me if you want. Go to fishermultimedia.com, or you can send me an email right here.